stop right there. Go ahead, stop right there. Before you throw in the towel, just let me put you on to a powerful strategy that can change everything about the way you trade. Now, most people think that trading is so stressful, that trading is so unpredictable, that trading is so risky. But that's because they don't know about cover calls. This strategy allows you to make consistent, reliable income from stocks you already own without day trading, without staring at charts, or without hoping that the market just moves in your favor. In this video, I'm breaking down 10 game-changing reasons why you should not give up on stock trading and how cover calls can give you consistent income up front, regardless of market conditions. A stress-free, low-risk way to trade and build wealth, and a strategy that works even when the market is falling or if the market is flat. If you've ever felt like trading just wasn't for you, I promise you in this video, it's going to change your whole perspective. So grab a notebook, take some notes, and let's go ahead and dive in. Listen, today we are going to be talking about how I turned $5,000 into passive income for life, okay? For life. Now, I want you to just do this for me for a second. Close your eyes, okay? Just close your eyes, and I want you to imagine turning just $5,000 into a lifetime of passive income, but without day trading. We ain't got time for day trading. Without all these risky plays, because we don't have time for that, and without watching charts all day, because we don't have time to be glued to our screen at all. Let me tell you, I did it and you can do it too. So I'm going to show you exactly how I was able to do it. So the strategy that I trade is called cover calls, okay? It's a way that you generate a consistent income. Now, in this video, I'm going to give you 3 key steps. So I need you to have your notebook and your pencil ready, okay? I'm gonna give you 3 steps. So the first one is choosing the stock, the right stock. 2, we're gonna talk about leverage and margin, or what some people like to say, that OPM, aka other people's money. We're gonna get into it. And the 3rd key step we're talking about is reinvesting for long-term passive income, profits, right? All right, so we're gonna dig into this. So step 1. Now, when it comes to choosing a low risk, stable stock, okay, let me just tell you why it's really important and why it works best with this strategy. Now, when it comes to cover call, you can't have no volatile stock, okay? If John tell you about the hot stock pick of the week, just go ahead and leave it alone. If John say his stock went up $30 good, I need you to leave it alone. Don't trade a cover call with that stock, okay? It's too volatile, it's too hot, it's too much, okay? So instead, I want you to find a boring stock, okay? Now, boring stocks, you won't experience a lot of extreme swings, okay? That's what you want. 2, you just have to make sure, like those low risk, stable stocks, make sure that it provides a dividend. And I'm gonna tell you why. Those stocks, if it don't provide a dividend, you will be on a wild ride. Now, let me just say this. If the stock does not offer a dividend, it's still ways that you can trade a cover call. I'm not going to say, don't exit out, If a stock that you're interested in and it has all the fundamentals and it doesn't have a dividend, you can still trade it, but it's just some criteria that we need to look at first. Anyways, make sure that the stock does provide a dividend. It just tells us that it's going to be a little more stable. We got, big boy investors in that stock. When you see a stock that have a dividend, that means you got big boy investors. That means you have hedge funds, colleges, corporations that own millions of shares. So if they owning them millions of shares, pick up what I'm putting down. All right. So just make sure that the stock offers a dividend, and then you also want to make sure that they have steady growth. So we don't want no stock that's up and down, up and down, up and down. If you look at like a 5-year, yeah, make sure there's some growth. Okay, make sure it's just small growth, just steady growth, not no crashing stock. Income gotta look right. So make sure that the growth is steady. Now, I'll give you some examples. So like, the JP Morgans, the blue chip, they call them blue chip stock. The Verizons, the Coca-Cola. Just take a look. Those are some stocks that I would prefer to trade a cover call on because, it's stable, low risk. It's not too much noise going on, and it offers a great premium. So those are just some things. Now, let me just tell you like some criteria. Also, if you want to do like advanced research and continue to do your research to make sure that the stock is low risk and stable, this is what I want you to do for the best stocks for cover calls. Okay, this is what I want you to do. So I want you to go ahead and pick a stock price that's within your reach. So I started with a small account. $5,000 is where I started. $5,000? That was a lot to me. So I had to pick up a third job just to fund my trading account. And some of y'all need to go ahead and start sacrificing because your future self will be very happy. Now, I started with $5,000. That's what I was comfortable investing. If I was to lose it, because I did not know what I was paying. I studied for so long, but it was my first trade, live trade. $5,000, I had to work for it. So make sure you find a stock price that is within your reach, okay? And it's for small accounts. So mine was 5,000. Yours may be a different number. Okay? Anyway, this is what I want you to do. So I want you to go on Google, okay? I want you to type in whatever stock, that you're interested in trading. I want you to search the ticker. Just put market cap for an example. I don't know. We're just going to throw out a stock. I don't know. Apple. So just put market cap for and put in your stock that you're interested in. Make sure that market cap is at least 1 billion. Now, if it's under 1 billion, it's going to be a little rocky ride. It's going to be like a little roller coaster. Okay? So make sure the market cap is high, 1 billion plus. Thank me later. And that just tells you, with the market cap and of course a few other things that I just talked about, it just lets us know that they have strong financials and that's what you want. Let's continue. We talked about the dividends. It's not a huge big deal, okay? It's optional. It's not a huge big deal, but if it does offer a dividend, it's all right. So let me tell you why. This works. So cover calls, it works best when the stocks don't move much, okay? This prevents you from getting the stock called away. Let me just tell you a little bit about stocks being called away. So with this strategy, cover calls, it's two things that can happen. You own the shares, you don't own the shares. Now, when the stock boring and that thing barely moves, it go up a little bit, go down a little bit, it go up a little bit, it go down a little bit. Listen, just because that's happening, it just gives you, it prevents someone buying the shares away from you. Simply put, that's all it is, right? Or getting your stocks called away too quickly. Like we can trade a couple weeks before it get called away, before you get your stocks taken away. And even if your stocks get taken away, guess what we gonna do? We gonna trade that mug on money. The same stock. Okay, so now a stock with, this is another thing that is super important too. You got to make sure that the stock is in demand, because if not, it's just not going to be a reliable options market. Like if you look at the option chain, if you can't trade that thing every single week, we're going to toss it to the side. Trading it once a month is okay too, but we really want to be able to trade it every single week. Now that's how you do it. Cover calls, how I do it and how I did it then when I started with $5,000, I trade AMD stock in 2020 February, and I started with $5,000 and I made $250 every single week. It adds up. I made $1,000 every single month starting there, right? So just make sure that you pick a stock that is that has high demand. The option chain is consistent. You can trade that thing every single Monday. Okay, let me continue. Now, step two, we utilizing margin. A lot of people like to call it margin and OPM, other people's money. I know y'all heard that term before, other people's money. So let me just tell you how to leverage OPM to build wealth. This is how the rich do it. This is how the rich doing it. Okay, this is how they really building that wealth. And I'm gonna put you on. This is how I did it. Baby, when I start using that OPM, baby, woo, was looking good. That's how I did that 6 figures in 6 months. And when I mean 6 figures in 6 months, I mean 6 figures in annual income. Do the math on that every single month. Okay. Somebody put in the comments, how much does that make? How much is that a month? Okay, anyway, so this is how the rich do it. So I'm gonna give you some examples of these billionaires. Okay, I'm gonna give you some examples. So we got Warren Buffett. Y'all know my man's Warren. That man used insurance float as OPM. Yeah, you think Warren using his own money? No. Let's continue. We got the real estate investors. What the real estate investors using? Not their own money, baby. They're using the bank's monies to grow. Now, in the stock market, margin is what we use. That's our OPM, okay? Margin. Now, margin just allows us traders to just scale. We just scale in our accounts without using our own cash. Now, I love me so much. But I say that is one of the secret sauce to my income and just like compounding that thing. Okay, I'm gonna continue. And no, I always get comments all the time talking about margin. They scared. They're gonna pull my credit. I got poor credit. They're gonna pull it. How do I get the funds? I gotta pay it back. Scared. No, when you use margin, if you start in your account with $5,000, margin gives you $5,000. If you're gonna start your account with $10,000, margin is gonna give you $10,000. You make the trade. When the trade expires, it go back. You're not paying nothing but a little funky interest, laughable interest that you can write off on your taxes. My God. Let me keep going. Okay, so hear me out. When it comes to margin though, and if y'all writing this down, I need y'all to write this mug down and circle it 3 times. And you might need to get them because the pencil or pen might be a little too light. I need you to see it. If you're gonna use margin, please use it responsibly. Okay? Please use it responsibly. Now you gotta set some risk parameter. Okay? My risk parameter this time, right now, since my account has been grown, it's been years now, so I do not even have to look at margin. The monies that's in my account, it just compound, right? But if you are just starting, make sure you don't use more than 50%. Now, if you can use 100 if you want to, but just know, can possibly wipe out your gains because if your stock is risky and you don't really know what you're doing, and then the market go down and you left with all this margin, you gotta pay that man back his money. That man back his money. So make sure you set some risk parameters, okay? Maybe 50% isn't yours, maybe yours is 25. I don't care. Just make sure you set a risk parameter. Don't use 100% because when it comes to cover calls, at least me and my students, I teach them how to really low risk this thing. But anyway, let's continue. Now, why are covered calls perfect for margin? That should be the question that you're asking. Now, you are generating premiums, right? You're generating income from premiums. And the premiums is helping you cover the margin interest. Because like I said, it's free monies, but you gotta pay interest. But you making the premium, which is the income, the monies, you're covering the interest. You know what? Anyway, so this should be like your key takeaway. Okay, before we go into step 3, this should be your key takeaway. And I need you to write this down too. The wealthy understands controlled leverage. The wealthy been playing this game for a long time. And they understand controlled leverage. So basically is receiving a higher return, but without relying on your personal savings or your personal income that's coming in. That's how you play the game. Okay? Pick up what I'm putting down. We're gonna go to step 3. Step 3, reinvesting and compounding your income. Now, how should you turn your covered call profits into that long-term passive income? I got 4 steps for you. Write this down. Now, number 1, told y'all a little bit earlier, we have to collect the weekly or the monthly cover call premium. That's how we make our income, premiums. So you have to collect your weekly or monthly covered call premium. So when I say it don't take no time for you to trade, it literally take you a couple seconds. Okay, everybody got a phone these days. Go ahead and get your phone. You fill out the form in your broker account. You know, you put the stock and all the stuff. You fill it in, and you press the next. That's it. So as long as you press the buttons, you're trading. Okay, and it take no time at all. You can literally work your 9 to 5, go on lunch break, take a little potty break. You know what? Take a little potty break. Come right back. Trade. Okay. Step 1 is to collect the weekly, monthly covered call premiums. Number 2, step 2, we have reinvest your profits into buying more shares. I can't stress that enough. I know the money's gonna be looking so good when you start trading. Don't touch it, okay? Reinvest it. That's what I want you to do, because when you reinvest, that's how you get that compounding effect. So 1, collect weekly premiums. 2, reinvest your profits so that you can buy more shares. Step 3, eventually, when you reach 100 shares of multiple stocks, that's when the game changes right there. That's when the game changes right there. It just allows you to cover call on more stocks and increase your income. That's number 3. Number 4, diversify. Diversify and scale. Let me tell you another perk that comes with trading cover calls. So we have the premium. Y'all know we're making the premium. That's our income. Dope, right? But you can also make another income with just dividends. So when you diversify, you scale a little bit, you start adding dividend stocks, and you just make an extra layer of passive income. Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? I need y'all to like this video. I need every single one of y'all, if you haven't liked the video, to like the video, okay? Now, I'm gonna just give you a quick little example. So if you earn, let's say, $200 a month, right? You earn $200 a month, you're trading cover calls. I don't care. I want you to reinvest it, because over time, you are going to grow to having 200 shares in your portfolio, right? Now you have double your income. Simple. That's all you do. That is all you do. Now, I want you to take this away from this video. Just simply by doing these steps that I just talked about in this video, you will no longer have to rely on your job's paycheck. You want to know why? Because I did it. And if I can do it, you can do it too. If I can do it, you can do it too. Literally, your stocks are paying you for life. Your stocks are paying you for life. It does not matter your skin tone, if you're black, if you're white. Y'all know that racism in corporate America crazy. It don't matter how you do on your job, your performance. It don't matter. The stock's still gonna pay you your money from cover call. It don't matter if you gotta take a sick day. It does not matter at all. The stock market is going to pay you as long as you gotta know some things, like the fundamentals and stuff I just talked about in this video. But as long as you are a disciplined trader, the stock market gonna keep on paying you. And I get this all the time too. Paris, what's gonna happen if the market crash? I'm glad you asked, because I started trading February 2020. We all know what happened on March 8th, 2020. That was when I made the most I have ever made, because the strategy is a low risk strategy. It don't matter if the market go up, go down, or stay the same. The monies keep coming. It pays you for life. Okay, it pays you for life. If you want to dig into this more and learn my strategies with free training, go ahead and visit tradewithparis.com.